Good afternoon everyone, my name is Teacher Marcus. Today I would like to show you some experiment regarding density. Okay, so for this experiment you just need to prepare some of the material you can easily get at home. At the same time, I will be going to show you the principle of density. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to show you some introduction about this experiment.
Have you ever wondered why a small coin will sink inside the water and a log that are very heavy will float on the water? In this video, I will conduct some experiment and further explain about density.
Alright, now I would like to show you some experiment regarding this density. Now for the material that you need to prepare, it is very easily available at home. Now I will show you one by one regarding about all the materials that you need to prepare. Number one, you need a jar of water. Number two, you need a tall glass. Now for this glass, make sure you can find the glass that are tall, alright, because later on we need to put eggs inside this tall glass. Okay, then you need to prepare yourself a stirrer so that you can stir the water and together with the eggs. So the material that you need is one piece of egg. Now last ingredient that you need is salt. Now for the salt, you need to prepare around 200 gram, okay, 200 gram, or equivalent to around 8 teaspoons of salt. Now for this salt, you can get any kind of salt. You can get a fine salt or you can get a coarse salt, okay, but fine salt is easier to dissolve inside the water. For the coarse salt, it take longer time to dissolve inside the water. So both works fine, don't worry about this. Okay, now what you need to do next is you're going to put this egg inside the tall glass. When you put, be gentle, don't throw the egg inside the glass because the egg will break. Now for the egg, you can get raw eggs, raw eggs. Don't use a cooked egg. Okay. Now I prepare a platform so that all of you can see through this video. Alright. So what you're gonna do next is you're gonna fill up the water until the eggs is fully submerged. Okay, until the eggs is fully submerged. Over here I have around 400 ml on my cup. So for your cup it doesn't matter, not necessarily 400 ml. So as long as the eggs is submerged, it's fully submerged inside the water. So what you can see over here is the eggs is sink inside the water. Now in science, in terms of density, the eggs right now is denser compared to water. Okay, that's why the eggs will sink. Okay, so the egg will sink is because the eggs is denser than compared to water. Okay, so what I'm going to do next, I will make something very interesting. I will make the eggs float in water. Okay, float in water. So what I'm going to do next, I will add 5 teaspoons of salt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 teaspoons of salt, and I'm going to dissolve all the salt. Dissolve all the salt into the water, and something magical will happen. Okay. Now initially the eggs will sink inside the water, right? So when I dissolve all the salt into the water, okay, when I dissolve all the salt into the water, something magical will happen. Now the water is denser compared to the egg. Now the salt is denser compared to the egg. Now I will wait some time so that all the salt will will stabilize itself, and then the salt that couldn't dissolve in the water, it will drop down, and you can see the eggs clearly. Maybe I just push the eggs slightly, yeah, to you, yeah. Now you can see the eggs now is standing. Okay, you can see the eggs now is standing rather than just laying at the bottom of the glass. Okay, so what I'm going to do next, I'm going to add 3 more tablespoons. 3 more tablespoons. 1, 2, 3. I add 3 more tablespoons of salt, and I continue again. I will stir and mix up all the salt into the water. Okay, mix all the salt into the water. Okay. Alright. Voila. Now what happened is, now the salt is float. Yeah. Now now the eggs is floating, start to floating above the water. Alright. Now I will add 2 more teaspoons of salt. Yeah. Into the water. Okay, and I'm going to stir until all the salt dissolves. Okay, until all the salt dissolve in the water. Okay, now what happened over here is, when the salt dissolve into the water, it will make the water denser. Okay, it will make the water denser compared to the eggs. Okay, initially, before I add a salt into the water, the eggs is denser compared to the water. The density of the eggs is higher compared to the water just now. So what happened right now is, when I add salt water in, when I add salt into the water, it will make when the salt dissolves into the water, it will make the salt water denser compared to the egg right now. So what you can see is, the eggs will tend to float in the water, or another word we can say is, the water sink compared to the eggs. Okay, so right now you can see something very interesting. The egg is suspended, yeah, above the at the top layer of the water. So for this experiment, you can conduct at home. Okay, just prepare these few things. You need water, you need salt, you need eggs, and you need a tall glass so that you can see the effect. Yeah, right now. Yeah, the egg is floating. Yeah, above the water. Isn't that interesting? So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to add some of this plain water, not salt water, back into the glass gently. Then you can see the eggs suspended in the middle of the water. Okay, I will add this gently. So see this. Yeah, so add gently. Okay, when I add gently, alright, the water, the eggs will just stand, yeah, in the middle of the water. Okay, because the density of the eggs and the salt is the same. Yeah, the density of the salt water and the egg is the same. That's why it's standing and suspended in the middle of the water. Okay, so for this experiment, it's very interesting and very easy to conduct at home. Okay, so some of you might ask me, can we still eat the eggs? Yes, you can. Yeah, you can just wash the eggs and then you can ask your mommy and daddy and cook it again. Yeah, so you can conduct this at home, which is very easy. Yeah, it's the and the topic of this experiment is regarding density. Okay, so for the next page, for the next segment, I will explain to you the scientific theory behind this experiment.
What is density? Density is the amount of matter in a specific area. In this picture, I have three different objects, object A, B, and C. And all these three objects is at the same size, at the diameter in a measurement of 1 cm by 1 cm by 1 cm. But their weight is different. Object A is only 0.8 gram, object B is 1 gram, object C is 1.2 gram. In this case, C is denser compared to B. B is denser compared to A. If all these three is in the form of liquid, A will float above B, and B will float above C. And this is the explanation of density.
I hope all of you learned something today regarding about density. Now before I end the video, I would like to ask some quiz. Now I have 2 cups of liquid over here. One is plain water. The second one will be oil. Now both amount is the same. Now if I ask you a question, which is heavier? Is it oil with the same amount here? Is it oil or water? Very good. The answer is water. Water, the same amount of water will be heavier compared to the same amount of oil. Now to show you, I'll add this inside the oil, and you can see the water is sink under the oil. Okay, so I hope all of you have fun through and conduct all this experiment at home. It's me, Teacher Marcus again. I would like to say goodbye.